Yo, what is up, guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance review right here, guys. It is not my day off, guys, but there are just simply too many perfumes coming into the channel, guys. A lot of really new ones. We've got the new Roja Oud Extraordinaire coming in, the Chou Chou or Chow Chow from Pierre de Valais. We have the new Delphinus. We have the new Argos coming in. There's just a lot of perfumes coming in, guys, and I gotta knock this new one out of the park. As you know, this is the latest Lelabo City Exclusive for the year 2024. Can't wait to tell you guys all about it. Let's go. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys, okay? Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel as we head towards 23,000 subscribers. So please continue all your support, guys. I've got over 700 no hype videos. For the last how many years I've been doing the city exclusives. So if you're looking for that, we have it right here. Please continue all your support, guys. Thank you very much. And the latest fragrance that we'll be talking about today is none other than the latest Lelabo City Exclusive for this year, 2024. This is none other than Coriandre 39. Yes, Coriandre 39, guys. And this is the city exclusive for Mexico City. Oh my gosh, Mexico City. And, you know, this concept is really one of the best concepts Lelabo has ever done. They do this every single year. I really don't know for how long, guys, but they have been releasing this every single year. And August, oh my gosh, time flies. It's already August. August is the time that you can get these city exclusives in sample format, just like this. And I got this super fast. I don't know if they knew it was me ordering, but I got it within maybe 2 to 3 days, all right? And that's here in the US. And in September, that is when they will have all the city exclusives for sale, full bottle format. And then after September, these city exclusives will be sold exclusively in the city boutiques that they're at. So this one, like I said, samples available right now. Pretty fast shipping from Lelabo. September, full bottle is available. And then after that, you gotta get it in Mexico City. Now, this fragrance specifically got me very excited and interested because first and foremost, it's Mexico City. And Mexico City is the capital of Mexico. It's a vibrant cultural hub, a forward-moving and busy city, guys, with a lot of culture, like I said. And on top of that, they had coriander as the spotlight note here in this fragrance, guys. And coriander is mostly used, the seeds are mostly grounded into a spice, and the spice of coriander is like a lemony type of spice that is used as a great balancer in a lot of perfumes. Like for it to not go necessarily fall winter, it's still spicy, but you have the lemony tinge of that coriander spice. Now, what's interesting about this fragrance is that they didn't go with the coriander spice, but rather the leaves of coriander, which is also known as cilantro, right? Or cilantro, depending on how you say it. I say cilantro, but the cilantro leaves are the ones highlighted here as the main spotlight note. And cilantro really is a very green and clean and partially soapy type of note that is aldehydic as well. And that is what we are gonna get instead of the spice, the coriander spice here in this fragrance. Anyways, can't wait to tell you all about this perfume, and let's go spray this thing right now. Okay, guys, now let's talk about this fragrance right here, Lelabo Coriandre 39, guys. Right here in the opening, guys, you are gonna get the coriander leaves, which is cilantro. You're gonna get some aldehydes, and you are gonna get the cutting note of lime. All right, now again, this one right here really shocked me to a degree because I did not expect something like this. And the smell is a straight up like cologne accord that has kind of like a gin tonic feel. And if you have have smelled many gin tonic fragrances that have lime and soapy aldehydic notes, bitter greens, then this will be just like those fragrances, all right? And the moment I smelled this fragrance, guys, I thought about the matcha. And I wouldn't be surprised if making this fragrance, guys, is something that was based on statistics and sales, and maybe the matcha sold a lot, and now they were like, oh, let's make a city exclusive that's kind of like the matcha. If you guys remember the matcha, or you've tried it, or you've owned it, one of the big key highlights of the matcha, which is really not related to the actual matcha smell later on, is that opening that has citrus, it has some bitterness, but it's still a nice burst, guys. And this one is precisely like that. You have basically your cutting lime, you have your gin tonic smells from those aldehydes, the soapy aldehydes, and you have the green part, that bitter green part that is part of the cilantro leaves. All right. Now, once I smelled this, I was like, man, they definitely used the matcha as some sort of model to make this fragrance right here. And this fragrance, like initially, like I said, if you like Petit Matin, if you like the matcha, then you will like this cologne style accord with some gin tonic nuances. Okay, now let's talk about initial sillage and projection of Coriandre 39. Now, this one right here is a lingering scent, all right? It is not weak, especially in the beginning. You get a nice scent trail, and it's mostly really for the wearer as a mood enhancer, much like all these cologne accords and gin tonic type fragrances. All right, it's for the wearer. It puts you in a classy mood, but still fresh and clean thanks to the aldehydes and the cilantro aldehydic factor. Now, this fragrance, it is not weak, but I will say this, upon testing this fragrance, much like the matcha, there can be other scents that might overrun this scent. So this is definitely a scent that you want to wear, and you don't want to compete with anybody else's perfume. Maybe outdoorsy, or within a group that, the group maybe doesn't wear perfumes, or even at work where some people don't wear perfumes. This will shine for sure. But it is, in a sense, a cologne, a light cologne, guys, that's in the air, that is not super strong, but it's still lingering. Okay, now let's head into the mid of this fragrance, guys, and not much is known about the mid on paper. On paper, it says watery notes and green notes. But to me, guys, having smelled a lot of fragrances, definitely this fragrance has some petitgrain. All right, and petitgrain gives you that white floral freshness with a bitter green tinge. All right, and it's basically a continuation of the start that has some green bitterness from the beginning. Well, it does continue on the long mid with petitgrain, in my opinion. And also, you're gonna get watery musks. Okay, there are some musks that start early in this scent, and they go with this petitgrain. All right, so it's basically for me like a white floral slash green bitter plus musks, and it's a huge continuity from the original opening of this fragrance, guys. So it may feel linear or a prolonged cologne accord. All right, so not many changes on this one, but definitely continuous. And finally, let's talk about the dry down, guys. On the dry down, you are gonna get some gradient watery musks. All right, and these musks really start going on at maybe hour 6 on their own, as the green bitter part slowly fades away. In come the musks that, in my opinion, have always been there. It's just that that's the remnants, it's the musks. And as always, it's your clean, musky ending to this supposedly classy fragrance, because it's Lelabo, trendy and classy. So you got some clean white musks towards the end. All right, and that is the end of the fragrance, which really, this fragrance is pretty damn simple. Honestly, like I said, I feel like this fragrance, the concept of this fragrance was decided on with statistics and sales figures rather than creativity. I feel like they saw the matcha sales and they're like, let's give them a freshie. It's summer. It's going to be super usable. And that's how they came up with this, in my opinion. And the thing is, you know, if you're going to do something for Mexico, and I'm not Mexican, guys, okay? Some people have called me Mexican. I'm not Mexican. However, I have Mexican friends. I have worked with Mexican people. I have treated and helped Mexican families in the hospital and patients. And so I'm very aware of the culture, and it's a vibrant culture. And Mexico City is really a vibrant culture. Now, I'm not the type to make my own perfume. I'll never do it, by the way. But if I made a perfume on Mexico City, it would be definitely a fragrance that would be transitioning into fall winter, that would have more vibrant notes rather than a cologne type, gin tonic type freshie. It would have, instead of cilantro leaves, the actual coriander spice that would go in maybe a pimento spice or some other spices and airy green type of notes, okay? But again, we did not get that here. We get gin tonic cologne accord that goes pretty much up to like the 10-hour mark, and it's really pretty simple, okay? And when I see something like this, I know that it's gonna be geared towards the bottle buyer, the average person that goes into the boutique and tries the fragrance. Non-frag heads that go into a boutique, they spray it, it smells great, they like it, they buy it. I feel like this fragrance is geared towards that. But if you are a Fragcom member that has been trying multiple perfumes from multiple brands, and you know how the price point translates into the qualities of these perfumes, this is gonna be too simple, too expensive for y'all to buy. Unless you're really like a die-hard Lelabo head, this is gonna be too simple, especially if you like Serjoffs and Boudicca and other niche fragrances. This might be too simple. But again, if you try this and you like it, well, maybe you haven't experienced enough. I don't know, because I feel like this cologne accord with this type of simplicity, gin tonic type of smell, aldehyde, clean, musky in the end, is such a repetitive thing. It's been done by multiple brands and multiple houses that, again, if you are a frag head, you'll probably think this is definitely something very, very redundant. And that's the reason why Lelabo has this scent for trial during the August month, and the other city exclusives as well, so that by September you probably try them all and you're like, okay, I'm leaning towards a certain city exclusive. This one specifically will attract those that like simplicity, all right, that simply want to smell good and they're okay with simple formulas, and they got the money to pay for it, all right? Because this stuff is just not cheap. The city exclusives are at the expensive range of Lelabo, which is already expensive. So this is easy to understand. This formula is easy to like, easy to understand, bitter, clean cologne accord, guys. And some people will definitely like it, and some people will be able to afford it. But like I said, Fragcom guys, not sure. This might be too simple for that. But hey, if you like the matcha for the burst of bitter orange and that kind of like, then you might like this as well. And total performance of this fragrance is max 11 hours. Strongest part is up to 9, significant scent, and then it becomes a here and there skin scent past 9 hours up to 11 hours. So, I mean, as I've said before, I'm not a believer of that 2-hour scent. I've definitely tried this and I've smelled it all the way through. And definitely this is at least a 9-hour scent. Significant scent, guys, all right? And usage-wise, definitely this is a casual grabber, all right? Definitely it could be a classy casual grabber, as it is a cologne accord with gin tonic like smells, guys, but it is a casual grabber that will be possibly liked by the Labo heads and by Redo heads looking for something to grab, just meeting their friends and, you know, hanging out, you know, in Hollywood. And definitely this fragrance right here, for me, although it is unisex, I think it will appeal to women more than men, because there are other cologne accords, like for example Tamine Fanfare, that has a gin tonic smell as well, but there's just some added stuff, added notes on Fanfare, for example, that makes it lean masculine. This one is kind of light, it's got petitgrain, it's got white musks toward the end, so this is something that maybe I feel could be femme leaning more than unisex. Ultimately, I feel like Lelabo could have done more. they could have done more. And as a world culture lover, as someone that loves food and culture and traveling, I feel like Mexico City, they could have done more. And it's a really wide consumer base if we're thinking about not just Mexico City, people in Mexico City buying, but just, you know, Mexicans all over the world. I mean, they would probably be excited with the prospect of buying this fragrance, guys. They could have done better. But yeah, I mean, we get the freshie, and we still have some more weeks, and maybe a month of summer, a month or two. This might extend into October. I just hate summer. But, you know, this one right here will be a very, very usable fragrance for this season and every single summer season, guys. All right, and that is it. That is my no hype review on Lelabo Coriandre 39. The exclusive, the city exclusive to Mexico City. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance if you have tried it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to agree with me that this is too simple of a formula to be a $500 Lelabo. But anyways, if you're biased, you might like this. Like I said, let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance, guys. And I will be back with more fragrances. Again, I've got tons, and that's the reason why I'm doing this. Delphinus from Creed is next. Watch out for that in a couple of days. And thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless. Take care. Peace.